another legal easy road for those that are tasked with, and I guess elected too, also to uphold the faith in our justice system. The judge overseeing the trial to looking into the ethics for the potential disqualification of Fani Willis, in my opinion, just like Robert Hur, took the easy way out. He punted this one. He basically said, hey, Fani, you can stay on if you fire your boyfriend. And the case would have been stayed until that decision was made. And sure enough, like an hour ago, Nathan Wade resigns. Let's see what dark money group hires that guy in exchange for his loyal resignation. Honestly, I was shocked by this. I thought it was a pretty airtight case, really. Fani Willis is prosecuting Donald Trump and like 24 other people, in part, for making false statements. That's what her charges amount to in some cases. She just made a ton of false statements. This ruling proves that by the mere fact that the judge said one of the two lovebirds has got to go. Now this is where the judge, who is also up for re-election, by the way, I think that's an important part to take away from this. This is how he took the easy way out. While citing a 2012 decision, he said in his report, a district attorney may not be compensated by means of a fee arrangement which guarantees at the appearance of a conflict of interest. The key word there is appearance. You don't have to prove anything. How many people actually believe that Fani Willis paid Nathan Wade back in cash? Yeah, right. I'm sure you did, lady. And the fact that I'm not the only one who feels this way should have been enough. It's the appearance. The judge also noted later on, quote, however, an odor of mendacity remains. Man, that is like the understatement of the year. The district attorney clearly lied. And again, I don't need to prove that. The fact that I just think that, or that a lot of people in America think that, meets that legal bar of an appearance of impropriety. And Trump should absolutely take this to the bank in his appeal if this thing ends up going to trial. And it's not just me who feels this way. Esteemed Harvard professor Alan Dershowitz does too.
I think the verdict, the result, is utterly dishonest. Everybody knows that she profited from it. Everybody knows who watched the thing that she committed perjury, that she conspired to commit perjury with Nathan Wade and with the other witness. Who are you going to believe, this judge or your lying eyes?
I agree. The judge also noted, though, quote, the court is not under an obligation to ferret out every instance of potential dishonesty from each witness or defendant ever presented in open court. Yes, you are. That is what a judge does. The key word is judge, defined by Merriam-Webster as a public official authorized to decide questions brought before a court. This is so maddening to me. The questions before the court were, when did this relationship begin? Which is clearly what they lied about, which is perjury. Was Wade hired because of that relationship? And 3, did money paid to Wade end up coming back in some way, shape, or form through vacations or whatever, backwards fitting dresses? I don't know. Did it benefit DA Fani Willis? But this judge played both sides of every issue. Again, this was not a criminal proceeding. You do not need to prove these allegations beyond a reasonable doubt. It's just simply the appearance of impropriety. And there certainly is. Trump attorney Steve Sadow summed this up pretty well, releasing a statement saying, while respecting the court's decision, we believe that the court did not afford appropriate significance to the prosecutorial misconduct of Willis and Wade, including the financial benefits, testifying untruthfully about when their personal relationship began, as well as Willis' extrajudicial MLK church speech, where she played the race card and falsely accused the defendants and their counsel of racism. We will use all legal options available as we continue to fight to end this case, which should never have been brought in the first place. Look, the judge even mentioned that church speech that we were just talking about in his decision. He said, but it was still legally improper. Providing this type of public comment creates dangerous waters for the district attorney to wade further into, no pun intended.